Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, EM wants me to stop treating my young adult children as adults. My family is making fun of me because I like Animal Crossing and other childish things. Just told my mom a friend of mine passed. She said I told her to punish her. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. EM wants me to stop treating my young adult children as adults. So a little backstory is in order. I have two young adult children living at home ages 18 and 19. They both work and go to college. I trust my kids, I trust their decision-making skills. When they graduated high school and turned 18, new rules went into place. No curfew, just call me and let me know if you are going to be out all night so I don't worry. You can call me at any time for a pickup, no questions asked, just don't be stupid and drink and drive. Yes, your so can sleep over or come over for the weekend, just let me know what's going on. Pay a small rent during the summer when you are working full-time and pay your part of the car insurance. You have your chores, I have mine. We all work together. I tell them if they are being assholes and they listen, in turn I listen to them. There is very little fighting or arguing in my house. This is their time to spread their wings and learn how to be a responsible adult and have me as a safety net. Lately, one of my kids' SOs has been spending a lot of time over my house. He is here pretty much all the time. 2 days ago, I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize and I answered. It was my daughter's boyfriend's mother. Me equals me. EM equals entitled mom. Me, hello? EM, you need to tell my kid he isn't allowed over your house anymore. Me, who is this? EM, this is Tommy's mother. Me, I already know where this is going, OH. Tommy's mom. I have to say you have raised a great kid. He is always polite and respectful. In fact, look. I don't care what you think about my kid. He is never at home. He isn't spending any time with me. Me, okay? There isn't much I can do about that. EM, yes there is. Tell him he can't come over to your house anymore. I want him home. And you set a bad example for my son. Your daughter has no curfew and I am sick and tired hearing how nice it is at your house. I miasis him and want him home. Me speaking very lowly and basically growling into the phone. Are you done yelling at me? I think I stunned her into silence. Me, I will take that as a yes. Do you trust the way you raised your son? EM, what? Me, it's a simple question. Do you trust the way you raised your son? Of course I do. What does that have to do with anything? Me, do you trust him to make good decisions? Yes. Yes, of course. She is starting to calm down now. Me, mother to mother, I know things are not okay at your house right now. Her husband drinks a lot. I am trying to give your child a safe place when things are not okay at your house. She starts to cut me off at this point, but I won't let her. It's not your fault. Me, he throws your son out for days at a time sometimes, doesn't he? Yes, I can hear her choking back the tears. Me, do you need someone to talk to? Would you want to go out to lunch? That way you can feel safer knowing whose house your son is at and that he is safe? That would be okay. We were on the phone for about an hour after that. What started out as an EM was just a scared woman feeling very, very alone. Sorry there wasn't any righteous retribution, but I think it turned out okay. I am going to try and get 19-year-old Tommy's curfew changed from 10 p.m. to midnight and maybe he can stay over for a weekend. You handled that awesomely. Thank you. Great handling of the situation. Have an upvote. I don't really think this is entitlement. The mother was just scared of losing her son and so very alone. I feel bad for her. I do too. I honestly wasn't sure where else to post it. Any suggestions? No need to have some over-dramatic climax. You helped restore my faith in humanity. Perfect example of not everything is what it seems. What you did probably went a massive way to rebuilding the relationship between a mother and son that was obviously being torn apart, and hopefully building up the mother's strength and courage to get herself in a better place emotionally. Incredibly well done, and thank you. You're raising your kids well by encouraging trust and independence. There was no better way to have handled that situation. I'm glad the situation is getting better and he'll be able to spend more time over at your house so he can feel safe. I want to thank you for doing that. She may also be getting abused by her husband, and having her son there might make her feel safe, like the father would dare hit me if my son is here to witness. I would recommend if you keep talking to her to get help if she is being abused. A lot of women in physical harmful relationships don't get the chance to talk about being abused and need to hear from others that it's not okay ever. You could be saving both her son and her own life just by reaching out like you did and by continue to. Has the son mentioned his dad being physical abusive? My family is making fun of me because I like Animal Crossing and other childish things. I, F24, love Animal Crossing and have been obsessed with that game since elementary school. I also like to read manga here and there. I mainly read manga like Mermaid Melody, K-On! And adored Haruka Fukushima. I bought the Nintendo Switch for the new Animal Crossing game and my mother made fun of me and asked why I wasn't embarrassed. I tried to explain to her that AC is not for children only and that she might like it. She's playing similar games on her phone. She laughed. I was really into drawing when I was younger. I used manga panels as reference. I improved quickly and put a lot of time and effort into it. I'd probably show off my art to my family, but they didn't like it because it's childish and I should learn how to draw portraits instead and that mandalas are for kids. Yeah, they didn't even bother listening to me because I explained to them that it's called manga. My parents threw away my drawings after I received a bad grade in math and punished me severely. I was beaten and abused growing up, but that really traumatized me. I worked and they threw it all away and expected me to forget and forgive. I slowly lost my passion for it and haven't drawn in years. Guess what my mother has been complaining about? She's been asking me why I don't pick up drawing again. It was a nice hobby. I was on vacation with my aunt, mother's side, this summer. I love the way people put stickers on their phone cases and I wanted to give it a try. I looked for adorable stickers and my aunt noticed. Keep in mind that we were talking about my father's cousin who has an intellectual disability. We didn't talk badly about her or anything. She's a really sweet woman. We just came back from visiting her. So my aunt commented, "Are you sure that you're not the slow one?" I was hurt by that and even lied about why I was purchasing stickers. She later talked to my mother on the phone and laughed about me because I'm slow and looked for baby stickers. C.S. Lewis. To be concerned about being grown up, to admire the grown up because it is grown up, to blush at the suspicion of being childish, these things are the marks of childhood and adolescence. And in childhood and adolescence they are, in moderation, healthy symptoms. Young things ought to want to grow. But to carry on into middle life or even into early manhood, this concern about being adult is a mark of really arrested development. When I was 10, I read fairy tales in secret and would have been ashamed if I had been found doing so. Now that I am 50, I read them openly. Tell your mother that a 53-year-old mother of 2 from the internet told her to chill out. I am also an Animal Crossing addict. Fun has no age. We are same-age twins. I got started during COVID lockdown and then the death of a close relative. Therapists have recommended playing Animal Crossing for anxiety, depression, etc. It's not to replace medication or counseling, it's a tool for managing the symptoms. Here's the bigger question: why aren't you in C with a lot of them? Clearly they don't give a shit about you and only drag you down. You are a grown human, do what you want and let them kick rocks. I can't afford to move out right now. Me and my BF were looking for an apartment and the renting prices are insane. We're currently saving money and are planning to move in together this November/December, hopefully. I'm 30 years old and play Animal Crossing. I also still collect plush today and listen to Harry Potter audiobooks. There's nothing childish about investing your time in things that either bring you comfort, joy, or make you nostalgic. Currently 35 and I find games like these calming and help me relax before bed. Just told my mom a friend of mine passed. She said I told her to punish her. For some context, we were arguing when I told her. I actively avoid talking to her about these things for a reason. When my paternal grandma died, she said, "What you're going through pales in comparison to what I'm going through." She was having marital problems at the time, so I hadn't already told her about it. That's about all I can write right now. I'm so pissed. I should mention she never apologized for what she said after my grandma died. Pick your battles. I live with a parent like that too. Sometimes the arguments aren't worth it. I should clarify, she chases me down and threatens to kick me out if I don't sit there and let her lecture me for 30 minutes over a fight she chose. I'm not financially stable enough to move out on my own at this point. When my dad died, my mother told my sister to stop crying, because it wasn't her husband who had died. She then spent an hour arguing with the funeral director demanding that the death notice only said husband of, and didn't mention father, son, brother, uncle and grandfather or anybody else's name apart from hers. And now she wonders why only one of her offspring still talks to her. Opie, I'm sorry for your loss. It's hard enough grieving for a friend, but not having the support of family makes it so much more difficult. You deserve a better mother. I hope one day you become more financially stable and can get a bit more distance between you. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.